In your article today in the mainstream Jerusalem Post, you distinguished between the truly innocent civilian residents of southern Israel and the residents of Gaza who are not innocent. Could you explain that?
The people of Gaza, they chose the Hamas regime with a very big majority. So if they chose a terror organization to be their leader and to take control over the Gaza Strip, they should bear the results of it.
So is that why in the same article you call for Gaza to be flattened?
Look, I don't think that any nation would tolerate its town being fired at. My children's school is often being fired. They have to lie on the grass when they're playing football when the rockets are going above. I don't think that the United Kingdom would tolerate it. I don't think any other nation would tolerate it. Look, we have no territorial dispute with the Gaza Strip, or let's call it the state of Gaza, because actually that's what it is. So we left the whole Gaza Strip. Why on earth would they fire at us? They could have it all. They could have made it the Hong Kong of the Middle East, but they chose, as usual, by the way, the terror way. And they, so now Gaza is more like Grozny, Chechnya, than what it could have been.
Well, let me just, sorry to interrupt that, but let me ask you a question. You drew the analogy with Britain, but Britain would not tolerate being imprisoned and cut off from supply in the way that Israel did right up until the Egyptian revolution. And even now, it is extremely difficult for people to travel in and out of the Gaza Strip into the areas in which they previously had access.
I disagree, because Gaza, they have also access to Egypt. They have a border with Egypt. So if the Egyptians are so full of willingness to help the people of Gaza, they can open their border. I mean, the same route that brings all the rockets and the ammunition and the explosive to the Gaza Strip can be the same gate for all the goods that we provide them. You know, that we provide the electricity to the Gaza Strip, and they fire, you can't believe it.
Yeah.
They actually fired at the very same power station which provide them electricity. Would you know any other nation that would tolerate that?
Well, would you know any other nation that would actually call for, as you have, the flattening, that is the destruction and killing of everybody who lives in a particular land?
I'm not calling to kill anyone. I wish they would not fire any rockets. But I mean, what would any other nation? Let's assume that the Cubans would fire at Miami. What do you think would happen to Havana?
You called for the same treatment as Hiroshima and Nagasaki. I'm quoting your article. You called for the flattening of Gaza, and you conjured the images of Hiroshima and Nagasaki, in which 100,000 people died. There are 1 million people in Gaza who would be in the path of such destruction.
No, this is not what I said. What I said, look, this is what a democracy like the United States did in order to achieve a victory. But we don't have to be, I mean, there's a full scale between what the American did and what we're doing. We're providing goods, we're providing fuel, we're providing food, electricity, water. So there is a full scale between those two ways of acting. And we don't have to be on the opposite side. There's still room in the middle.
Mr. Sharon, thank you very much indeed for joining us. Well, now, joining